So. Okay. Wir starten. Boston wird als Veteran aus dem Ersten Weltkrieg getränkt. Ja, ihr könnt alles lesen. Seine Erinnerungen abgeholt und Schlaftabletten. Er ist jetzt Privatdetektiv und hat Schwierigkeiten, einen neuen Fall zu finden, der ihn aus seiner Lethargie befreit. Pierce muss schnell einen neuen Auftrag bekommen, sonst kann er seine Lizenz verlieren. Wenn ich verrückt bin, dann ist es Barmherzigkeit. Mögen die Götter den Menschen bedauern, der in seiner Verstocktheit bis zum schrecklichen Ende bei Verstand bleibt. Mehrmals Sarah. Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Ach, ja. Tada. Meiner Stuhl gerissen. Du kannst dem Schicksal nicht entkommen.
What a putrid offering.
Mir geht's gut und dir? Hab jetzt Urlaub.
Don't fight.
Zum Rennen
You have been chosen.
wäre dich nicht, du wurdest auserwählt. Ich weiß, dass ich das benutzen kann.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Das freut mich, dass es dir gut geht. Wenn irgendwie... Ich hasse Whisky. Wenn dir Musik zu laut ist oder so, einfach Bescheid sagen, ne? Ermittlungsagentur Pierce, 20. Oktober 1924. Der Doktor kann mir noch so oft erzählen, dass ich meine Medizin nicht benötigen würde, um die Erinnerungen zu verdrängen, aber sie werden zurückkehren, wenn ich sie nicht weiter einnehme, und eines Morgens werde ich dann nicht mehr aufwachen. Trotz der Behandlung sprechen wieder Stimmen im Traum zu mir. Aber sie klingen so anders, so sonderbar, als würden sie aus düsteren, uralten Tiefen emporkommen. Was ist das für ein fremdes Wesen, das nach mir ruft? Stärke bezeugt eine Fähigkeit, körperliche Kraft anzuwenden. Verwendest du die Fähigkeit, stärkt deine Chance, Türen und Mechanismen aufzubrechen. Oder in interaktiven Gesprächen Gewalt körperlich oder verbal anzuwenden. Aha. Da kann ich jetzt aber nichts machen. Ein altes Feuerzeug, das ich in Gedenken an die 77 Infanteriedivision und die gefallenen, verlorenen Bataillons graviert habe. Kann ich drehen oder so? Inspizieren. Aha. Wissen. Was hast du heute so gemacht? Mein Bett gemacht, weil wir nächste Woche ja in den Urlaub fahren.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Edward Pierce, eine klassische Erpressungsgeschichte in einer Flüsterkneipe. Dem Barbesitzer, der mich angeheuert hatte, gefiel es gar nicht, wie ich diesen Fall abgeschlossen hatte. Aber was kann man schon machen, wenn man gesetzwidrig gehandelt hat und ein Privatdetektiv Beweise gegen einen hat? Okay.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Ah ja, und mit Kirano Call of Duty gespielt. Den zweiten, glaube ich, ja. Call of Duty 3 oder 2. Das neueste halt ist gerade gratis spielbar und dann habe ich das. Schnauz. Ja. Oh.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Ja. Telefon da.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ah, jetzt steht das da. Jetzt habe ich schon 2.
files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
Yep.
I'm coming.
Und was hast du so gemacht, Sophie?
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Ermittlungsagentur Pierce, mein privater Detail, die bei der Digital-Wenn-Börse unter Vertrag steht. Nach dem großen Krieg beschloss ich, mich in Boston niederzulassen. Hier gibt es immer genug Arbeit für Leute wie mich. Ein kleiner Fall jagt den nächsten. Ehebruch, offene Rechnungen, Verschwundene, die gar nicht verschwunden sind. Die alte Bürocouch ist nicht so bequem wie ein richtiges Bett und ich sollte wohl die leeren Flaschen loswerden, aber es ist mein eigenes Reich für den Moment. Ja, Wissen. Dem Barbesitz, der mich angeheuert hatte, gefiel es gar nicht, wie ich den... Das hatte ich schon, glaube ich. Der Fall. Ah. Okay.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Eine Versandadresse. Sie ist zum Teil unleserlich, aber ein Teil erkennbar. Lagerhaus 36, Darkwater. Der Polizeibericht. Hier steht, dass das Feuer im Esszimmer ausbrach und die gesamte Familie tötete. Die Polizei gibt als Brandursache einen häuslichen Unfall an, verweist aber auf die schlechte geistige Verfassung von Sarah Hawkins. Aber warum? Ein Zeitungsausschnitt, ein Artikel über die Hochzeit von Sarah und Charles Hawkins, einem Geschäftsmann von der Insel Darkwater. Sie führen ein zurückgezogenes Leben mit ihrem einzigen Sohn Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. I used to be an avid reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Ein umfassendes Werk für Medizinstudenten und Assistentärzte. In diesem ersten Band sind alle Krankheiten, die in der zivilisierten Welt bekannt sind, mitsamt ihrer Symptome und entsprechende Behandlung aufgeführt.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Der Mann hat nie verstanden, dass seine Frau ihn verlassen hat. Er hat mich noch Wochen nach Ende der Untersuchung angerufen. War da jetzt nichts? Da war ich schon.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island ist seit dem 14. Jahrhundert bewohnt und noch immer durchdrungen von Erinnerungen an früheres Stammesleben. Bei aller Romantik dieser langsam verfallenen Zeugnisse naiver und primitiver Religion darf aber die Brutalität der alten Götter nicht vergessen werden. Ein gewaltiges Wesen schmückt noch immer die Wände langer verlassener Höhlen. War es ein Gott des Meeres oder der Träume? Das weiß niemand mehr, doch die heutigen Einwohner, Nachkommen stolzer Walfänger, gedenken noch immer der geheimnisvollen, aufwühlenden Geschichte ihrer kleinen Insel vor der Küste Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Auch was hier? Nee. Der Fall Sarah Hawkins. Pierce nahm den Fall Hawkins an. Der Künstlerin wird vorgeworfen, den Brand verursacht zu haben, der sie und ihre Familie tötete. Der einzige Hinweis ist ein verstörendes Gemälde, das ihrem Vater hinterließ. Die Absenderadresse ist ein Lagerhaus am Hafen der Insel Darkwater. Dieser Ort scheint der Ausgangsort für Pierce' Ermittlungen zu sein.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Docks von Darkwater. Bei meiner Ankunft auf Darkwater sah ich dichte Wolken am Himmel. Sie hingen so tief, als wollen sie sich auf den spitzen Klippen rund um die Insel aufspießen wollen. Fitzroy, der Kapitän der einzigen Nuschal, die es bis aufs Festland schafft, bot mir Hilfe an. Er könnte Unterlagen besitzen, die Charles Hawkins gehört haben könnten. Fitzroy hat mir geraten, der Hafenbar einen Besuch abzustatten. Er erwähnte einen kleinen Aufräumer. Ich schätze, ich könnte mir dabei auch gleich einen Überblick über die Insel verschaffen. Fischer haben sich um den Kadaver eines Killerwals versammelt. Das könnte mir mal könnte ich mir mal ansehen und hören, was die örtliche Polizei zu sagen hat. Kapitän Fitzroy hat mir angeboten, mir seine Funde zu den Hawkins aus den Archiven des Büros des Hafenmeisters zu zeigen. Stephen Webster, Alter 63. Ach so, da sind auch noch die ganzen Leute. Geschäftsmann, ein wohlhabender Geschäftsmann von hohem Ansehen in Boston. Stephen Webster beauftragte mich, den Tod seiner einzigen Tochter Sarah Hawkins zu untersuchen. Dieser Mann akzeptiert weder ein Nein noch unbequeme Wahrheiten. Er würde alles tun, um zu beweisen, dass seine Tochter nicht wahnsinnig war. Charles Hawkins, 41, Ouida. Charles Hawkins war eine örtliche Berühmtheit auf Darkwater. Als Erbe seiner Ouida-Familie reiste er viel. Bei einer Reise nach Paris traf er Sarah Hawkins. Sie verliebten sich, heirateten und Hawkins brachte sie auf die einsame Insel Darkwater. Sie hatten einen Sohn namens Simon und führten ein äußerst zurückgezogenes Leben. Sarah Hawkins, Alter 33, Malerin. Sarah Hawkins ist eine für ihre Schauerkunst bekannte Malerin. Sie wurde für die Fremdartigkeit ihrer Arbeit und ihre seltenen öffentlichen Aufträge gefeiert. Ich glaube, sie sagte einst, ich male nur, was meine Träume mir einflüstern. Ihre Vermählung mit Charles Hawkins vor vielen Jahren überraschte die Boulevardpresse. Eine reiche Bostonerin-Erbin, bekannt für ihre Präsenz auf zahlreichen Partys, folgt ihrem neuen Ehemann und lebt als Einsiedlerin auf der Insel Darkwater. Sie verschwand von den Titelseiten und niemand hörte mehr von ihr. Selbst ihr Tod in einem Feuer blieb ein Geheimnis. Nur ihr Vater Stephen Webster sucht noch nach der Wahrheit. Simon Hawkins, 11, Schüler. Einziger Sohn von Sarah und Charles Hawkins. Er starb in dem Feuer, das seine gesamte Familie tötete. Verstand. Psychisches Trauma, Albträume. Edward Pierce ist ein Veteran aus dem Ersten Weltkrieg, in dem er an der Mars-Argonnen-Offensive teilnahm. Er ist einer der wenigen Überlebenden des verlorenen Bataillons amerikanischen Soldaten, die schwere Verluste durch Artilleriefeuer von Feinden und Alliierten erlitten. Inmitten gefallenen Kameraden und ohne Nahrung oder medizinische Versorgung mussten sie ihre Stellung mehrere Tage halten und wurden deshalb von ihren Landsmännern als verloren betrachtet. Pierce ist von diesen Ereignissen traumatisiert. Mit Schlaftabletten und Alkohol versucht er, die Albträume, die ihn heimsuchen, abzuwehren. Verstand stabil. Überzeugt von deinen Fähigkeiten und deinem kartesianischen Denken führst du Ermittlungen durch, bei denen du dich an Fakten, Überzeugungen und deine Wahrnehmung der Realität hältst. Deine Schlussfolgerungen sind logisch und zuverlässig. Aha, ja. Das nix. Aha. Einführung in Medizin Band 1. Achso. Okay.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Kapitän, die Abmachung ist klar. Halt deine Leute im Zaun. Du kannst es dir nicht leisten, uns zu provozieren. Du musst nicht antworten. Gib den Überbringer einfach deine Zahlung.
broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Das Klo. Dieser zweite Band lehrt Ethik, bewährte Verfahren für Mediziner, Personal. Ich gehe nochmal hoch. Ich glaube, hier schlafe ich nachher, oder? Denke ich mal. Oder auch nicht.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Auf diesem Foto posiert ein Mann, der Kapitän Fitzroy ähnlich sieht. Auf der Brücke eines Schiffs. Er hat ein Holzbein. Nix.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, das war's.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Was? Ach da.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Nur noch wenige Daten sind lesbar. 1890, 1907 und ein Teil eines anderen Datums. Der Rest des Dokuments wurde geschwärzt. Warum würde jemand diese Information verbergen wollen? Okay.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Well, there is no, and the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well. That'll be all for now.
Roy Mitchell, Alter 55, Tätigkeit Besitzer der Bar zum gestrandeten Wal. Roy Mitchell betreibt die einzige Bar auf Darkwater. Das Alkoholverbot wird in seinem Lokal zum gestrandeten Wal gepflegt ignoriert und Matrosen suchen Trost in Mitchells Whisky. Deshalb kennt dieser Mann besser als jeder andere die Geheimnisse und Gerüchte, die die Einwohner der Insel nach ein paar Gläsern ausplaudern. Mitchell hat sich ausgiebig dem goldenen Zeitalter des Walfangs gewidmet, wie man an den zahlreichen Trophäen in seiner Bar erkennen kann. Er spricht mit Freude über dieses Thema, wäre aber weitaus weniger auskunftsfreudig, würde man sich nach seiner Alkoholquelle erkundigen. Darkwater Island. Dieser einsame Fels vor der Küste Bostons scheint völlig in Vergessenheit geraten zu sein. Die Küste dieser kleinen öden Insel besteht aus steilen Felsklippen und steinigen Riffs mit nur einer Mündung in den Ozean. Sie ist hauptsächlich von Nachfahren der Walfänger bewohnt, die die Insel im 19. Jahrhundert als Versorgungsposten nutzten. Ihre Wirtschaft ist mit dem Ende des Walfangs zusammengebrochen. Das medizinische Institut ist wohl das einzige profitable Unternehmen dort. Hafen und Darkwater. Bei der Einfahrt in den Hafen und Darkwater kommt man noch immer am Wrack des Killer vorbei, dem letzten Walfangschiff, das einem Fang heimbrachte. Seeleute laufen auf der Suche nach kleinen Tagesshops am Hafen herum. Eine Schmugglerbande hat sich hier niedergelassen und dringt langsam in das Gebiet von Kapitän Fitzroy vor, dem letzten Seemann, dessen Boot die Reise zwischen der Insel und dem Festland bewältigen kann. Das goldene Zeitalter des Walfangs ist hier nur noch eine ferne Erinnerung. Zum gestrandeten Wal. Eine Bar, in der Alkohol in völliger Straffreiheit serviert wird, ist das Letzte, was ich auf dieser Insel erwartet hätte. Zum gestrandeten Wal heißt die Schenke, die mit eiserner Hand vom Besitzer, einen gewissen Mitchell, geleitet wird. Er duldet keine Unruhestifter und schützt hartnäckig die Identität seiner Lieferanten. Alle Bewohner der Gegend treffen sich hier und es scheint sogar eine Art Waffenstillstand zwischen den Schmugglern und den Seeleuten zu geben. Kunst von Sarah Hawkins. Für die einen ist sie eine künstlerische Visionärin, für die anderen eine völlig überschätzte Hochstaplerin. Sarah Hawkins spaltet die Gemüter. Die geheimnisvolle, zurückhaltende Künstlerin erschafft kuriose Werke mit wuchtigen Farben und ungestümten Pinselstrichen. Wenn ihre Gemälde ein Manifest ihrer Gedankenwelt sind, öffnet Sarah Hawkins Portale zu anderen Dimensionen. Ausschnitt aus dem Notizbuch von Edward Pierce, Privatdetektiv. Du kannst dir nicht leisten... Kapitän, die Abmachung ist klar. Halt deine Leute im Zaun. Du kannst es dir nicht leisten, uns zu provozieren. Du musst nicht antworten. Gib den Überbringer einfach deine Zahlung. Ach so, das hatte ich ja schon gelesen. Ach so, das sind ja die ja, gut. Ja. Bradley, wer ist denn Bradley?
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said,
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Shatney, 21. Mai 1847. Artikel zum wundersamen Fang. Skilla kehrt in den Hafen zurück und rettet Darkwater vor dem Hungersnot. Wir hatten die Hoffnung bereits aufgegeben. Die Besatzung von Skilla oder das, was von ihr übrig blieb, kehrte am Dienstagnachmittag in den Hafen von Darkwater zurück. Die Bewohner versammelten sich sofort am Hafen, um das letzte Walfängerschiff der Insel willkommen zu heißen, und sie waren erstaunt beim Anblick der unglaublichen Fangs an Bord des Schiffs. Der Walfisch wird schon jetzt wundersamer Fang genannt, mit einer Größe, die selbst die mächtigen Zahnwale übertrifft. Bedeckte der Walfisch das gesamte Deck und hing teils darüber hinweg. Die überlebenden Seeleute erzählten eine furchterregende Geschichte von ihrem gefährlichen Fang, aber auch vom Fleisch seiner unbeschreiblichen Qualität und seiner Nahrhaftigkeit. Es besteht kein Zweifel, dass der Wal mit seiner gewaltigen Größe viele Bewohner vom Darkwater ernähren kann und so die Hungersnot beendet, unter der die Insel seit längerem litt. Lagerhaus zu vermieten. Mr. Marks vermietet sein Lagerhaus ab Juni für die Fischerei, Werkstatt oder Lagernutzung. Sie können ihn über Ihre Lieblingszeitung erreichen oder ihn am Hafen antreffen. Festlichkeit im gestrandeten Wal. Anlässlich der Rückkehr der mutigen Walfänger lädt die Schenke zum gestrandeten Wal zu einer außergewöhnlichen Gratisverkostung ein. Bringen Sie Familie, Freunde mit und kosten Sie den wundersamen Fang. Jeder bekommt eine Flasche Waltran, zögern Sie also nicht.
She will do it again, you know.
Das ist er, ne?
Cold. She won't stop asking.
she will get us into trouble.
I know.
Nightmares.
Nee, doch nicht.
Can hear things and voices whispering. will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wings of a girly voice, I was by the man to fly home.
You have no right to treat us like
Leave all Queensland, I see.
What you looking at, stranger?
Well, there is no, and the weather is
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Okay. Kann ich ihn noch mal ansprechen?
I told you to beat it.
Ja, okay.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Ist er da oben noch mal oder? Ach, da ist er.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Bradley. Wer war nochmal Bradley? Ach, da.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. Forcing too much will break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
Don't put that...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in...
Because its owner is dead. And I don't... Now please, leave...
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water. Come on, you could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Boy, we don't have a clear conscience.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's gonna be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Eine Jokerin.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Kat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Ach, hier kann man reingehen. Kann ich überhaupt ins Wasser? Nee.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. Looks like Phoenician. Or a very primitive runic script. I've never seen anything like it.
Ah ja. Komisch, da kann ich nicht reingehen.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay, spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
Who are they?
Sorry, I really can't talk about them.
He's back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Der kommunikative Schäftlinge in der Nähe zu finden, wenn alle Gegner gefunden werden. Was? Achso.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Bestickte Gegenstände. Diesen Teil können schwere Lasten gefahrlos gehoben und gehalten werden. Sperrklinke.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Dieser Hebel aktiviert einen Mechanismus.
A handle. It must come from these old winches. I could use this old winch to lift the grating. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Sonst noch was? Ich gehe nochmal hoch. Ach so. Und jetzt? Hä? Kann ich hier drüber? Nee. So kann ich jetzt nichts machen. Habe ich noch was vergessen? James Fitzroy, Alter 45, Kapitän. James Fitzroy ist der Kapitän der dem einzigen Schiff zwischen Darkwater und Boston. Er befindet sich meist im Büro des Hafenmeisters, wo ihm nichts entgeht, was auf der Insel vor sich geht. Die Einwohner von Darkwater respektieren ihn, die Schmuggler verachten ihn. Er bot mir Hilfe bei meinen Ermittlungen an. Ich weiß nicht, was ich jetzt noch machen muss. Hier. Fehlt noch was? Rätsel. Verstehe ich nicht. Was muss ich denn jetzt noch machen hier? Hä?
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Oh, guck mal da.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
Mit der kann ich nicht drehen.
I had the wings of the girl.
Ich muss da irgendwas machen.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I shall take my leave.
Nee. Mach mal nach oben. Verstehe ich jetzt nicht. Kommt man denn da hoch? Och, nein, ich wollte runter. Nee, verstehe ich nicht. Auch nicht. Huch! Wie habe ich das jetzt hingekriegt? Warte mal. Einstellungen, Steuerung. Tastatur. Licht, mittlere Maustaste. Oh. Ach so. Ja, natürlich bin ich am PC. Ah, okay. Weiß ich nicht. Ich glaube aber, wir müssen noch was finden. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass er ein scheiß Feuerzeug dabei hat. Wäre alles viel einfacher gewesen. am Anfang. Nee, dann macht er das hier. Geht nicht. Kann ich hier runterspringen? Nee. Drüber springen kann ich auch nicht. Kann hier nichts machen. Ich weiß nicht, was ich hier machen muss. Kann ich hier noch was finden oder so?
Something real bad.
You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Unfreundlich. Aha. Ist hier noch was?
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Toll. Hilft mir jetzt auch nichts weiter.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
Well, I've rarely seen anyone who can hold their liquor as well as her.
Everyone knows that.
That just proves that you've seen her in the bar, not that you know her. Go on, beat it. We've seen enough of you.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Ja, aber... Welchen Weg?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Also ich weiß jetzt gerade nicht mehr weiter. Wenn ich lange E gedrückt hatte, kommt da auch das Feuerzeug. Ach, hier. Guck mal. Sagte dir doch auch, ich soll Licht machen, damit ich was finde. Toll. Ah, ich hab's ja geschafft.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Ah, jetzt ist ein Haken, siehst du? Aha. Wie? Jetzt geht's.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
So. Ich mach mal Licht an, ne?
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. Smells harmless, but should I beware of psychotropic effects?
Gehen wir mal schnell hier durch. Ah! Der war der Spielstrahl der Halluzination. Müssen hier ganz schnell raus.
This is primitive. Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Szene. Aha.
What happened here?
Krass.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
ich da durchkriechen? Nee. Ach, hier ist die Tür.
Oh, someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge.
Wir werden beobachtet.
You see the building?
Boah.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Krass. Pierce hatte es ins Lagerhaus geschafft. Der Ort, der verlassen sein sollte, hielt einige Überraschungen bereit. Zeichen eines Bewohners sowie ein angesenktes Gemälde. Er wird von Officer Bradley bei seiner Untersuchung unterbrochen, kann ihn aber überzeugen, ihm bei den Ermittlungen zu helfen. Der Polizist erklärt sich bereit, den Detektiv zum Anwesen der Hawkins zu fahren.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Wahnsinn.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Ja, das machen wir noch. Ich dachte, die Villa ist in Flammen.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Gut, an dieser Stelle mache ich dann Feierabend. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen und ja, ich finde das Spiel sehr interessant, erstmal. Und ja, ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Sonntag. Ab nächster Woche bin ich nicht mehr da. Also nächste Woche ab Freitag bin ich nicht mehr da. Also Wochenende bin ich nicht mehr da. Du hast mir doch das Spiel geschenkt, also musst du auch mitgucken. Nächste Woche streame ich nicht. Freitag nicht, Samstag nicht und Sonntag auch nicht. Aber dann wieder das Wochenende. Ich wünsche euch noch eine schöne Woche. Wenn ihr Karneval feiert, viel Spaß. Und bleibt gesund und eine schöne Woche wünsche ich euch beim Arbeiten. Ja. Passt auf euch auf und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.